Hello, Meg Miller, an Adult Services Librarian here at Pflugerville Public Library with our final virtual laser cutter craft of summer 2021. For this month, we chose the material wood, and we have etched some very fun ice cream designs and cut them out for making some keychains. So if you were one of the 40 people who signed up with us, you'll be able to come and pick up your material supply kit. Fun little bag right here that's going to contain everything you'll need. For this, as I mentioned, we've got the wooden keychain designs, and you'll get 3 of these. There is only one keychain finding. So we've got one keychain that's got a clip on the bottom, but you will get 3 split rings in order to put with your little ice creams that you'll be able to use to interchange your keychain as you so desire. Additionally, to design these and complete the craft, we are going to be using watercolor paints. So everyone gets a card of watercolor paints to use, a paintbrush, and then a fine line marker that we can use to kind of make those designs pop. So let's go ahead and take a look at the laser cutting these projects.
For this project, I was able to get 8 sets of the 3 different ice cream designs on each of the 12 by 12 Baltic birch plywood sheets. Still, to complete the 40 sets took about 5 hours. Because the laser is moving back and forth across the entire material as it moves down, the process of engraving takes longer than when cutting materials where the laser follows the outline only. Just the engraving of one set, as done in this video clip, took just over 11 minutes. We're going to have to speed up this footage quite a bit in order to show you the engraving. And each full board took just under an hour to engrave and cut. I used 50 on power and 100 speed settings for the engraving, and the opposite for the cutting, going at 50 speed and at 100 power, and also going around twice to make sure the pieces were cut all the way through.
So now that the laser is etched and cut these items, we have all of our kit pieces out. We're going to go ahead and be able to start painting on these and putting these together. I did sand them somewhat along the edges and the tops just to kind of smooth them out some. As usual with the laser cutter, it doesn't always cut all of the lines all the way through. And so you'll see 2 things that I have here that aren't included in the kit. I'll need some water for the watercolor paints, and then I've just got some paper towels that I'm going to use to protect the table as I paint and to clean my brush. If you've completed or picked up kits from other crafts, you may have a few different brushes. You may have some really tiny ones. There's some fun little sprinkles on this guy, and just other little details that you might want a slightly smaller brush with. And if you've got that, that's great. You can use that. The colors that I chose for this, I tried to do where you would be able to create more colors. So you've got your red, blue, and yellow that you'll be able to make other colors, some white, brown, and then a pink, rose that you can use to create your end designs. So you can see here my 3 examples. And I'm just going to go ahead and get some of the raw sienna or brown. We picked a lighter brown for this one since the kind of cone of the ice cream, or in this case the stick, is more of a lighter brown color. With the watercolors, the wood is going to soak in some, and so you may want to go back over others. And just keep going here. A nice cone. And while we have had what I've heard is the wettest July in a while, perhaps even on record, ice cream is still one of the great joys of summer, as is summer reading. Let's clean my brush off some. Let's see if I can make some purple. I'm just going to bring some of this guy over here. bunch of the blue. Go. Alright, I think the bottom of this little cup here. Ooh, that's a real maroon color. I like that. Which makes a fair amount of sense since my initial one is a very similar color. And the laser etching gives me just the perfect lines to go through and really makes completing this craft pretty easy and awesome. Let's see. Yellow. Do a few little sprinkles on this guy. I think the bottom of this popsicle is going to be a banana flavor. I love my little example popsicle because it kind of turned out as a cactus popsicle, which I thought was really fun. Alright. We'll go banana rose for this guy. Oh, that's such a great color. And the lighter I go in the pink gives it kind of a wash effect where I am definitely seeing the wood grain underneath, which is kind of cool on some. Just get it right into the edges. With this watercolor paint, you should have enough for this project, and honestly, even some other projects if you so choose to use it for that. Right side here, really bring that around. So, there's my popsicle. But with that overall color, I really lost the detail of the face and some of those sprinkles that I have on this one. So I'm gonna grab, I'll clean my brush off really good. Grab some of this white. Just reconstitute it with a little bit of water there. Alright. Excess off. I'm just going to come in here, do these little sprinkles. And I can see. Oh no, it almost looks like a strawberry. Although I could have gone black with these and I think it would look a little bit more like a strawberry. So, this is gonna not take very long to dry, although you do want to give it at least a little bit of dry time. And I can see that this particular sprinkle went a little bit out of bounds, so I'm gonna come back, get some more of this rose color. Just gonna go through that. I can really kind of clear that up. There we go. All right. So, in order to make this pop, one of the things that I tried was a fine line marker. So with this, I'm just going to be able to follow the etched design here right through. There we go. The groove is perfect for these pens because the tip should fit pretty close to right inside that groove there. And do the bottom one. And my popsicle stick there. Right into the eye. Right into the eye. There is just a small bump up to give that little interior of the eye, and you might decide to go back with white. Do a little bit of white in there on that. The mouth. There's that smile. And I'll go ahead and outline the tongue. This does have little cheeks, but I think for the little cheeks, I'm going to come back and get some of this red. Oh, I still have a little bit of white on my brush, which is not a big deal. That'll give me a great color variant. There we go. Little cheeks. And so there I have one of my keychain, popsicle, wooden etched designs completed. The rings that we provided are split rings, so kind of like a traditional key ring, but just a really small. So using hopefully a fingernail or a flat piece of something, you can open one end of the ring there, and then I'm just gonna slide that on and get it right into the hole, and then move it through the ring. There we go. Slide it all the way through. And last part. There we go. So now it is attached. I've got my fun little strawberry banana popsicle. The keychains, I loved these keychain findings because they just have a little clip there, so these are going to be really easy to interchange. And there, one laser etched fun summer popsicle ice cream keychain. This is wood, it is water paint, so watercolor. So if you get this wet, it will affect the paints itself. They'll start to come off, they'll start to like go away. So if you are looking to kind of make these last a little longer, or if you think they might be exposed to any elements, you could take and do a Mod Podge coat over to kind of seal these. At the same time, it is also going to affect your paint. Might not be that easy to see here. There's a little bit of the paint colors that came off. This was one of my tests. I went ahead and used a foam brush to kind of gently tap on some Mod Podge and gently smooth over. I did a little bit too much here, and I can see that some of my colors started to pull out. But this is going to have a little bit more staying power if your keys happen to get wet, or if it's something that you have that could be exposed to some elements. So just an extra little bit that you can, if you've done some of our crafts, you may have some leftover Mod Podge, or you may just have some around. Another spray sealant would probably be, like if you just have a polyacrylic clear spray to do with that, I would recommend doing that before you put your split rings on. Otherwise your split ring's gonna get all gunked up with the sealant, and that'll kind of let it go for a little bit longer. So we hope you enjoyed this laser cutter craft and all of the great programs and events for summer 2021. We hope you attend our Pay It Forward Pflugerville for this year, and we will see you back in September.